Hello and welcome, everybody, to another night of feasting upon the flesh of the living.
Why'd you put it that way?
That's what we're here to do, right?
I'm not eating anyone's flesh.
Oh, well,
Next
your flesh will
carriers.
be consumed upon. Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Dread Rising. We are running the Outbreak Undead system this evening. And I am really off center for some reason. There we go. Fix myself. We're going to we took a week off, give everybody a break, and now we are going to jump right back in here with some hot undead action. But first, let's do a quick run around the room, introduce everybody, and then we're going to do a little bit of a mental wellness check for each of the characters once we do these intros and we kind of set everybody up. So let's start in the bottom right corner of the overlay with Alexander. Who you is, who you's playing.
Hi, I am Alexander, and I is playing Daniel Smith, your lovable, not murderer, no matter what anybody else says.
Just really like a networking, right? You're networking, introducing one person to death and back forth.
That's what murder is.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll travel up to Lord Fancy. Who you is playing.
Howdy, I'm Lord Fancy, streamer extraordinaire. How about that? And this evening I'm playing Maxwell Gray, the Sheriff Deputy of Corvallis County, Oregon.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, we'll meet you a little bit closer here in just a moment. Let's travel across to the enigmatic Diana. Is that a word?
Hi, everybody. I don't think I'm enigmatic, but here I am. I am Quinn Strong, everyone's favorite business tycoon this evening.
Boy, you all are just everybody's favorite. Every person in this room, I guess, is just
they're all
just
wrong.
A titan of friendship.
Well, we're all just so lovable. That's all it is.
Right.
Just wonderful, wonderful humans.
And we all know that's the one quality that you need in the apocalypse, to be lovable. And last but certainly not least, our friendly neighborhood accountant, the Noir Enigma.
Hi, everybody. I'm Noir. Tonight I'm playing. He wouldn't think he's anybody's favorite. He's doing the best he can. I'm playing an accountant, Clyde Mist. I'm just trying to make things work with my wife and trying to collect this 3% that Miss Strong owes the city.
We talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't get the last day of my event, so I'm not going to pay you.
But you kind of did, though. Is the thing.
I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was an insurance option you could have picked for acts of God, which I do believe that zombie apocalypse fall under, and unfortunately, you opted out of that insurance.
Clause is 100% still in the contract. I think you should read it a little closer. You're an accountant, not a lawyer. Stick to your lane.
Savage.
I come to you with the counsel of the counselor, so I'm just saying you owe what you owe.
We will find the exciting conclusion. I'm really interested in what actually happens with that story arc there. We'll see who collects the money.
It's just this the whole time.
Forever until the zombies get one of us.
Someone will collect, and there will be an invoice made, but don't touch the invoice.
Don't you touch it.
I can't touch it to pay it, because then you're really not getting your 3%.
Don't touch.
No, you can touch it to pay it, but you can't touch it to throw it away. That's disrespectful and a waste of paper.
Yeah.
Go electronic, folks. Save some trees.
Yeah, save trees in this zombie apocalypse. That's the important thing. So when we last left, it's been a week, so we'll do a recap. The zombies have attacked, apparently. Our intrepid heroes here have escaped a local comic convention with several other cosplayers in tow, and after a thrilling chase scene in which one Jeep went off-road, up on curbs, around zombies, through intersections, and the other Toyota Corolla followed all of the traffic laws and stopped at red lights and followed the speed limit. One of these cars flipped. One of them did not.
I'm sorry, sir. That is a Honda Accord.
Honda Accord. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Not the Corolla, the Accord, the Honda Accord. This is very specific. So when we last left, Quinn had just reached across as she was driving to attempt to wrestle the radio from Sheriff Maxwell Gray and flipped the Jeep. Meanwhile, Clyde, seeing an opportunity of a crashed police cruiser to perhaps get some sort of sidearm or weapon of some sort, has brought the Honda Accord to a stop. We've gone through about 4 or 5 hours of the zombie apocalypse at this stage. Quinn Strong, as you are laying upside down in this Jeep, your head is ringing slightly. You've just heard some chatter on the police radio that it sounds like something heavy is going down here in the town of Corvallis. What is going through your tightly wound brain box?
You know, I told the board of directors that we shouldn't do one of our biggest shows of the year in this stupid rinky-dink town. This is what happens when you leave Chicago. Why on earth would I go somewhere else? This is, after this, I'm going to ask for that promotion, and I deserve it.
So has Quinn come to the realization that this might be a global thing, not just an isolated event?
No. That would imply that there's some kind of weird disease going around instead of just a bunch of sweaty fanboys who got a fever playing Quidditch.
That actually happened.
Yeah, I mean.
So what is she attributing the zombies to at this point? Because she hasn't said the zombie
saying
word.
The Z word.
Look, this is your internal monologue. You're thinking.
I wouldn't say anything so stupid.
Okay, all right.
Justice is gonna kill me, you guys.
Also in this car that has been flipped upside down is Deputy Sheriff Maxwell Gray, who has just heard from Judy, his radio dispatcher, that shit's going down. Like, Judy sounds like she's battening down the hatches and drawing 6-shooters, and also you definitely heard your wife come across the radio, who works at the hospital up the road. What's going through your head as you lay suspended by your seatbelt, now in the second car crash in less than 2 hours?
Yeah. A wife on the radio whom I'm trying to race towards, with unfortunate people in tow who may have to pay consequences for my actions. But what's swirling through my head right now is hoping I can still move and keeping on towards my goal. In fact, if anything, he's worried that the longer he's stuck in this upside down vehicle, the more compromised he and the others might be.
Daniel, your vehicle has come to a stop. Sorry, one last question for Sheriff, Deputy. I'm sorry. You have come to the terms that these are flesh-eating monsters. How do you feel? Do you think this is a global thing, or have you are you focused more on the immediate?
Focused on the immediate. I don't think he would deny that this is probably a grand scale issue, especially given the riots up north in Washington. You know, who knows if it started there or if it's been spreading from elsewhere. But at this point, you know, whatever is happening outside of this situation right here, he's not going to worry about because he can't control it.
Daniel, your vehicle has come to a stop. You've just seen a police cruiser crash into a building, and you see very clearly someone that may be infected in the back seat is trying to claw through the barrier to get to the police officer in the front. You have obviously come to the conclusion that this is a zombie apocalypse of some sort, but what else is going through your head in this instance?
Well, first, I got to figure out the rules. Like, what type of zombies are we dealing with here? Are we 28 days latering it? Or is it some sort of Resident Evil situation? Is it, were they once vampires that have just gone too long without eating? We don't know. So I gotta test these theories out, figure out what I'm dealing with, so where I can come up with a solid plan on survival.
So you're just, I mean, let's see. Out of all of these fine folks here, you were just like, oh yeah, it's just a thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I already believed that we were in a simulation, so it was only a matter of time before something happened to this effect.
And now that your car has come to a stop and you still have a car full of cosplayers, the Honda Accord was pretty
cannon
well
fodder. Car full of cannon fodder.
What about Clyde and the other two individuals?
Well, Clyde, I've grown quite fond of. We bonded over discussing 5e, and I would like to have somebody to play with in the zombie apocalypse. And I know he can play. I've heard he talks about his own homebrew campaign, so I'm pretty interested in keeping him alive. Everybody else in the Honda Accord, I mean, Thor may be useful, you know, helping protect us and whatnot, but those what was it, the two females in the back, they're just going to be dead weight, honestly. I mean, they can't stop screaming. It's panicky.
Are you just mad because one of them slapped you?
I am a little upset about this. That does not mean that I am making these decisions based off emotion, though. I am making them strategically.
It kind of does, because Daniel's been screaming too. I'm just throwing it out there, like.
Yeah, Daniel's real brave until something happens, and then he screams. Every situation, exactly. I just want to point this out. Every situation where Daniel's come face to face with a zombie, he's screamed. So
murdered someone.
Well, yeah, you know.
I did not. Okay, I've got so many voices going on in my head right now, and all I can say is that one of them is wrong. I never murdered a single person. I may have put them in that situation, but that does not mean that I am the reason they died.
You're right.
They could have fought back.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's not murder. Whole different thing.
And last but certainly not least, who I am thinking of as the glue of this group, the backbone that is driving it forward. Clyde Myth. You have brought the Honda Accord to a safe and complete stop. Probably applied the parking brake before exiting the vehicle, and you are approaching a police cruiser in which there is very much a zombie. We'll say it, a zombie in the back seat.
Yep, that is what that is back there.
You know, you just came to work today to deliver some bad news. You drew the short straw, but it seems like you always draw the short straw. You're always the one that has to deliver the bad news, work on the weekends. Your wife says it's an issue. You let people walk all over you. But, you know, you're going to counseling for it.
I mean, I've been working on being more assertive and making sure that my feelings are taken into the account in the decisions that I make going forward in my life.
It's, you know, positive outlook. How do you feel about your companions?
Oh well, you know, I know Daniel means well. We're in this terrifying predicament. So when people find themselves under pressure, sometimes they act erratically. And I think that Daniel is one of those people that act erratically. And I think that may I think that may push him to try and put me in a compromised situation if he feels that will lead him to safety. So he's someone that I have to take account of. I put him at currently 37.86 86 going forward percentage chances of stabbing me in the back, which not great, not terrible. Then we have Quinn Strong, who is a very strong personality. I would say she is closer to the 77.9% chance of stabbing me in the back. And I don't even think she fully comprehends that this is a zombie apocalypse. I just think that if she saw the window to kill me and not be punished for it, she would take it. And putting myself in her shoes, her very non-practical for the situation that we're in shoes. I think I might do the same. The officer has a gun, so that's good. So I like that about him. He wants to go to the hospital. I don't like that very much. I believe that raises our chance to die horrendously by at least 17 whole percentage points, which led me to want to take advantage of this situation we have here, which is the police officer's car, who the officer is clearly dead. The problem is, while I am at a very confident 78.9% percent opinion that we are in the zombie apocalypse, I don't unfortunately know exactly what kind of apocalypse we're in. I know that the officer is freshly dead. So that means that if we're looking at a Resident Evil type situation, I have at least a good 5 minutes to scavenge whatever I need out of the car before I have to deal with 2 zombies. If we're looking at more of a 28 days later situation, I have less time. So I'm hoping there is a med kit in the officer's car and a weapon of some sort, so that we might not have to go to the hospital. Or if we go to the hospital, at least I could feel more confident about my chances of survival, which are currently at a paltry 23 even percent.
That is a very thorough assessment of the current going-ons.
Doing the numbers while driving in a car full of cosplayers was really difficult, but anytime I get a chance to crunch numbers in a situation I've never been in, love it.
And you still followed all of the rules of the road.
Absolutely.
So when we had we were headed in the direction of the U.S. Army, the Oregon U.S. Army National Guard Armory that I believe Deputy Maxwell remembered that there was in this region. And if I recall correctly, you all had turned right on Northwest Harrison Boulevard and were heading towards Northwest Kings Boulevard when the accident occurred. Both Maxwell and Quinn, I want you to go ahead and take 1 point of damage for this here car wreck that you were just in. Your bells are rung. Clyde and Daniel, you have both exited the Accord. And Clyde, as you're making your way towards the police cruiser, you see the Jeep ahead of you jerk right, jerk left, hit a pothole, and flip. It makes a horrendous crashing noise as it slides along on the soft top. This was a soft top Jeep, not the best thing to flip in. What do you respond, Clyde and Daniel? How do you respond to this?
I am going to look at Clyde and be like, "Hey, Clyde, we should use this opportunity to get whatever it is that you wanted to get out of this vehicle and not worry about them. I know you're going to want to worry about them. Don't worry about them right now. Let's focus on the task at hand."
Well, one of the reasons that I'm pulled over is because I think if I could find a med kit, I could help them recover from the car accident.
Okay. Oh, how can I say this? Sure. You look for a med kit. I'm gonna look for weapons.
Right. Cop cars usually have shotguns in them. All right. Let's do this, and he's going to creep up closer to the car.
I
On
reach
the
over
driver's
and put my
side.
hand on his shoulder and like try and make him crouch down like you would in a video game to sneak, because I'm not sure that we're not in a video game yet. So I want to crouch to increase our possibility of sneaking up onto this zombie.
You hear very clearly the creature in the back banging on the and he has pushed in the wire mesh in between the front seat and the back seat on this car.
Also, I would like to pull out that Bible that I grabbed from the hotel room.
Grabbing the Gideon's Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The police officer is slumped over the front of the vehicle. There is blood coming out of his ears. Do you want to see if he is still alive?
No. I'll check and see if he's still.
No.
Go ahead and roll me a. Oh, no. Where did my? Roll me. Is it first aid or medicine? Or I think
I do
both
have
on there.
two things in first aid
That's
kits
right.
and medical gear.
Because you were a camp counselor.
Yeah, we had to help with all sorts of boo-boos. So
yeah. So roll me first aid.
Let's get it. And those two things mean I can re-roll it, if I recall correctly.
That's correct. You basically get advantage on it.
All right, so that's perception and brain, so that's gonna be 43. That's a 92, so I'm gonna definitely re-roll. That's more like it. 25.
Okay, so that's 3 degrees of success.
Mm-hmm.
Two degrees.
That's it.
You reach up and check his pulse, and it sort of squishes where you touch. He's not breathing, and he kind of, as you reach over and touch the pulse, he slumps over on his right side.
I am gonna immediately undo his little utility belt and take it, like everything that's on the belt. I want it.
I immediately throw the Bible at the zombie.
So you can't, unless you open the door, you can't actually get through. It's broken the mesh, but it's not crawled all the way out yet. It's still creating a barrier between the front and the back. You got to reach in and
I'm gonna open the door, throw it, close the door.
Are you opening the back?
That's where it's at, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the back, throw the Bible at it, slam the door shut.
Yeah.
I forgot who I was when we start with 5 competency points, right?
You and Quinn have 5. Everybody else has 3, I believe.
Okay. Yep. Here we go.
Yeah. Daniel. Oh man.
Heads up, I have not changed my dice yet at all. Still using the same ones.
Roll me. Man, this is going to be a contested roll on basically a speed type thing to see if the zombie gets in the way as you attempt to close the door. Roll me a brawl. Let's go with brawl.
Ooh, yeah, something I'm only okay at.
And roll me a speed dice. A blue speed dice.
Do I need to roll anything to yoink the utility belt?
No, that's going to come down to a timing thing here.
Okay, so should I roll speed as well?
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and roll me one blue d6.
All right, I got a 2.
I got a 5 on my roll.
I got a
It was
1.
a speed.
Oh,
With a speed of 1.
Flurgan Flurgle.
Oh, you got a speed of 1 and a 5 on your percentile?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. All right. That's plenty of degrees of success. I don't even need to know what your brawl is for that. Okay. Clyde, you're wrestling with this belt. And you're trying to pull it, and there's a certain amount of dead weight that's just on this belt as you try to pull it out from underneath the police officer. Meanwhile, you hear Daniel open the back door.
What are you doing?
He throws the Bible in, slams the door, and as soon as he slams the door, the zombie is there, slamming up against the glass. Moments later, it would have come through the open door. You hear from the Honda Corolla, the Honda Accord behind you. You hear, "Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't let it out!" The Bible has no effect on said zombie.
Okay, now we know that.
Now we know that. Like you see him put it in his notes too.
Clyde, on that belt, you find a 9mm. With 2 extra 10-round magazines. There's some other stuff. There's a baton, an asp baton as well. There are no handcuffs. Those have been used on someone at some point. And a thing of pepper spray. So if you have the book pulled up, those items are. I just dropped the
9mm with 2 10-round magazines, a baton, and pepper spray. Cool. I am going to do experimentation. You see him take out the pepper spray, and he goes, "I really sorry about this," and he pepper sprays at the zombie.
Wonderful.
Good idea.
We will come right back to this.
I like that you and I are just testing the waters to see what does and doesn't affect the situation.
We gotta figure out what kind of zombies we're dealing with here. That's the number one key to success.
That is number one key to survival is know your enemy.
Meanwhile, in the Jeep, you all are coming to. Behind you, Janet is on the roof. She did not put her seatbelt on. She does not look good. Her arm is twisted at a very strange angle, and she has road rash down one side of her face, and she is whimpering and mewling, if you will.
How are we?
Your bells are rung. You both got knocked around as it flipped. You hit your head on the cage, but the roll cage on the front of the Jeep actually kept it from compacting on you. And the airbags didn't deploy as you rolled over and over, and you're both suspended upside down by your seatbelts, a little disoriented.
I'm gonna try to undo the seatbelt and tuck my head down.
You don't have any issue, like you'll have to fondle with it for a little bit, and then once you release the seatbelt, you fall that foot kind of land on your shoulder, on the ground roof thing.
Could I? Sorry, guys. Bean is going to town on the bone she has. Could I undo my seatbelt, but utilize some of my strength, perhaps, to kind of like hook an arm through the steering wheel so that I don't fall ass over tea kettle while I'm freeing myself?
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a difficult maneuver. You just, if you have the foresight to think of that, you buckle it out and you're able to kind of awkwardly get out of the seat and make your way to the ground.
Does Janet
doors
look
are
like she's
crunched.
toast?
Janet is in a rough way. Her arm is clearly broken, and there's gravel. She looks rough.
I mean, that just looks painful. Does she look like she's dying?
Give me first aid. Are you
Oh,
going to?
boy.
Well, are you going to investigate her?
I mean, I don't really want to touch her, but sure.
Deputy Gray.
Yeah, I was going to do the same. I would roll over and assess her before dragging her out of the what I assume is the shattered front windshield.
Yeah, reasonable. You're going to have a difficult time opening the doors the way the Jeep is resting on them, and they're crunched in anyway. You too can give me first aid.
I had a lot of degrees of failure.
I had a lot of degrees of success, so let's hope I can keep rolling like that. I got 3 degrees.
How many degrees of failure?
I'm doing math. It can't go above 4, right?
Christ.
4 is the max, yeah.
Okay, cool. It's 4. I will spend 2 competence points to cancel out 2 of those, though.
Okay.
Okay.
This is an important piece of information.
Yeah.
She needs to get to a hospital soon. She could have, just based on a quick first aid assessment, clearly broken arm, at least at least a concussion, and some internal injuries of some sort being thrown around inside the vehicle. You notice that she is hunched over on one side, so it looks like there might be some damage to her ribs, or something on her right side is giving pain. Her legs, because she was kind of tucked in, if you recall, you told her to hunch down. Her legs seem okay.
Great. You can walk. We should go.
I'm gonna start dragging her out. Janet, I gotta get you out of here.
Shh.
She is not being quiet.
Quinn, give me a hand.
With what?
I'm just gonna continue dragging her out.
I'll help when she's like mostly out, but primarily it's gonna be like I'll help hoist her, but also cover her mouth, just to muffle a couple of those screams, maybe, possibly.
You're in a residential area at this point. My map go.
Yeah, I had the map. Now it's gone.
In fact, a lot of this looks like potentially some student housing of some sort. Again, apartments, small houses. There's a larger building across the way near where you are. A couple larger buildings. There's a sign that says Sigma Pi Fraternity, in fact, on the building directly near you. You are able to get her out of the vehicle, and she's able to get to her feet, but she is whimpering and doesn't look like she's set to run anywhere.
Do we see the other vehicle?
Yeah, they are behind you, about a block, and you see that both Daniel and Clyde are out of the vehicle.
How far?
About a block.
Okay.
Getting out of the vehicle now, you see all of the other cosplayers. You see Lebowski Thor is yelling at Daniel, who looks like he's just opened the back door of the police cruiser. Meanwhile, Sarah and Brooke, Scarlet Witch and Black Widow, and Carlos are coming towards you. Like, oh my God, are you guys okay? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Is she okay?
Shut
Janet,
the fuck
oh my
up.
God.
Shut up. Let's get in the car.
You have room in the vehicle.
It's pretty tight. I don't know.
You can get in the trunk. It's fine. We'll all fit.
I was in the trunk a little while ago. It is not comfortable.
I don't
There's like
care.
there's a shake
No,
weight bouncing around back there.
Don't care.
I'm gonna look around. Do we have any unwanted residents?
Not immediately in your vicinity. You actually hear distant gunshots, and you hear a door slam in one of the residential areas here. But there's not any immediate infected coming your way.
What the hell are those two doing?
I don't know. Clyde said he was going to get a gun or something, and who knows what that other dude is doing. He tried to let the zombie out.
Shit.
The what?
You know, the flesh-eating person.
Idiots.
Is this a group delusion? I thought those only happened like on full moons or some shit. We gotta go. We gotta get to the hospital. Let's go.
Janica with them. I'm gonna start booking it to the car with the other two.
I kind of like half help carry Janet.
Everybody kind of gets an arm up under, and Thor has now run up to the police cruiser as well. You recognize the car. Oh, there's my pen. You recognize the car. This is one of your fellow sheriff deputies, Deputy White. You know him. You've been to his house, had a barbecue or two. You've worked with him for several years. He is very dead.
Fuck.
And you see Clyde as you get up there. Clyde is pulling off his belt.
Grab his keys.
About that, before I do that, I just need to take a couple of contingencies. I take out the pepper spray and I spray the zombie in the back.
Nothing happens to the zombie. It kind of like and then renews its attack on the grate.
All right, and then I maybe you shouldn't be here for this, officer. I don't know if you've seen Zombieland, but put one in the officer's head.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. It's a
proud of you.
point blank shot on a still target.
Yeah. And then he's gonna go in from the passenger seat and see if he can get the keys and see if there's any medicine or med kits.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna bang on the window to try and get the zombie's attention, to make sure that the zombie's more focused on the window that I know is bulletproof, so it can't get through.
And
Deputy.
is it just a grate or a grate with glass?
Just a grate, just a metal
Okay.
grate.
Fuck.
And you just saw Clyde, who you've only known about 15 minutes. In fact, the first time you saw Clyde, he was bashing in somebody's brains with a fire extinguisher, and now you've just seen him shoot somebody that you knew in the head.
You apologize first.
What did you just do?
What in the hell is wrong with you?
Hey,
There's
hey, it's a zombie. He is protecting us. You should be
You
thankful.
just shot a guy. You shot a guy. You shot him right in the head. You shot a guy.
There's a chance he might not have been dead, but I checked his pulse beforehand and he was dead, but he might not stay that way.
Arrest him. Arrest
What?
him.
I'm trying
Arrest
to
him.
help
You're gonna have to
us.
arrest me. He is protecting us.
Wait, I've got the key. Wait, do I find the keys?
And
We'll
if
we'll
I
get
just
to
grab
that in
it.
just a second.
Okay.
Give me
I'm-
the fucking gun.
Are you
I
kidding me right now?
You're a murderer.
I step-
We're gonna have to go to trial. There's gonna be.
okay. I step up and I show the deputy my government ID, and I'm Agent Smith. I'm gonna need you to put that gun down right now.
You don't have a government ID.
Yeah, I do remember.
You were a computer programmer.
But I was an agent with the agency. I was a computer programmer in the agency specifically because of
Someone's retconning your
relationships.
backstory.
No,
Why?
I've got
It's fine.
Actually, here's
Nothing to see here.
Clyde's gonna hands up with the gun and go. You need to understand the situation that we're in. I'm just trying to help everybody, and look, we left you to your own devices, and you flipped your car.
You shot a guy. You shot a guy, and now he's dead. You shot
And
someone.
you killed a woman with a clipboard.
She was attacking us.
Give me the
don't-
fucking keys.
So he has not. I've got something that we have to resolve before he goes back into the vehicle. But for the time being, he's just shot your former friend. Daniel has thrust some badge in your face, and Clyde has his hands up.
We don't have
Justice,
time.
if you don't
for
remember
this.
if you don't remember it, fine, it's not in.
Nope. I
Well,
remember now.
Okay.
We don't have time with that gunshot. They're going to be coming any second now. Let me get the keys. Let me get let me see if there's medicine. Clearly, you have somebody hurt, and you need a vehicle.
Listen to him.
I am 60% sure that if we go through with the process of arresting me, including the Miranda rights, that we will not make it.
Could I get into the Toyota Corolla and like
Honda Accord.
whatever?
She doesn't know cars.
I would like to try and leave them there. I would try and drive away. 100%.
I do have the keys in my car.
He specifically
Keys
took
in
it
my
out.
pocket.
Cool, great. Then I will get in the car, realize the keys aren't there, and start throwing a fit.
Did you get in the driver's seat?
Yes.
Okay. You all see during this, Quinn goes and gets in the car, closes the door, takes one of those like.
And clearly, Miss Strong is
and
trying
then
to
just
leave us for
starts,
dead.
like, pounding
Officer,
on the steering wheel.
We don't have time for this. Let me do what I have to do, please. I
Listen
promise
to
I'll let
him,
you arrest me
officer.
afterwards.
I'm
I
gonna
start
look at
tapping
Daniel.
the horn.
Is she insane? Like you said, there's bass in Clyde's voice.
I will say that the badge that Daniel has thrust in your face, it's not a badge, it's an ID card that has Department of Defense seal on it. But it is not like a badge.
Correct.
I'm gonna look at Daniel. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. And you, get the
Yeah.
fucking keys before I make a rash decision.
Clearly,
And
you've
then
been doing nothing but okay. And he,
Seriously, just making rash decisions. Also, there's a zombie in there, and you're putting him in danger. Just so
Yeah.
you know, officer, what you're
After
doing.
I say that, I'm gonna point the gun through the grate and shoot him in the head.
my ears. Why does no one ever warn? I warned you guys when I was gonna shoot the zombie. My ears.
I have to see how something works. Okay. Clyde, when you go back in for the keys, just roll me your 10 and percentile. We're looking for above 50 or below 50 here.
These dice are not loving me today. I'm so glad that was in my roll. That was an 85. Good God.
You go to reach into the car for the keys, and that pepper spray that you sprayed into a confined area is still in there, and your eyes immediately start watering, and you just get this pain in your nasal passages in your eyes as you start tearing
Can I use a
up.
competency to reroll?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna try that again because I don't love that for me.
Power through.
I don't love that for me at all. Okay, that's more like it. That's an 18.
Your eyes start to well up, and you remember that you heard somewhere that milk helps and you happen to have a pack of Tums, I'm making this up as I go, you have a pack of Tums in your pocket and you pull it out and crunch them up and you kind of do this and it dispels it well enough that you can find the keys and get back out of the car.
I'm so glad today was Taco
Tums in your
Tuesday.
eyes is a medical response to anything.
Listen, today was Taco Tuesdays and tacos hurt my tummy, so I brought my Tums, okay? Don't make a big deal of it.
You get the keys from the ignition. Roll me the equivalent of spot hidden.
Which is the spot listen?
Spot listen, yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's 27. And my spot listen is 43.
You notice, you don't know how you missed it before, but between the seats, there is a shotgun.
I'm gonna take that. Do I see any kind of first aid? Damn, okay. So I'm just gonna take that shot. Do I see any extra ammo?
Nope. There's there are 5 shells in the when you pull it out there set into the stock there.
All right, so gonna come out with the shotgun.
I'm gonna put my hand on that immediately when he comes out.
Officer, what are you doing? Here's the keys that you asked for.
Then I'm gonna grab the keys with my other hand.
What? Am I not helping you? I don't understand. Okay, fine. But I'm keeping the gun.
Fine. Wasting too much time.
Now,
Can I get one of those guns? I am trained in firearms.
I didn't see him throw the woman into the zombies, right?
Nope.
Do you remember that this is the young man that you almost killed with your car, though?
You've got a lot of head injuries.
Can't remember if I remembered.
Poor Tom that died in the back of your police cruiser.
Did he
You've
wash
got a
off
lot
the
of head
makeup?
injuries, and I have washed off the makeup.
I'm probably not, another kid in a fucking costume is all I see. So, no.
Okay.
I'm going to sling it over my shoulder right next to the other shotgun.
Okay, you can't use 2 shotguns at the same time, right?
Wait, you already had a shotgun and you took my shotgun?
Somebody is a weapons hog. That's all
it's
I'm
safer
saying.
than being in your hands. We're going to assess this in a minute. We're going to the National Guard outpost. I'm going to take the keys. I'm going to unlock the back door. I'm going to pull the corpse out unceremoniously onto the ground. Undo the internal lock on the door. And then go around to the trunk and open it and put the shotgun in there.
Inside the trunk, there is a first aid kit, a flashlight, an emergency radio, 5 emergency road flares, and a case with 24 shotgun shells.
This is the only time that he's gonna take even the slightest aggressive action at the officer. But as soon as he sees that first aid kit, he's gimme, and he takes it and he goes, "All right, now let me take a look at everybody."
Go patch up Janet.
Oh, okay. And he just immediately runs back to the
I'll lean
Accord.
out of the window and just say, "Can we go?"
How
I'm with her.
damaged is the cruiser?
Can we go?
1 second, Quinn. Have you been beeping the horn the whole time?
Probably not.
I forgot about that.
The instant that fantasy cop guy just blew some dude in the backseat away, I probably clammed up real quick and just sort of zoned out. This is real weird. I don't know what is happening. I just need to go.
Clyde is gonna walk up to the driver's seat of the Accord and tap the window with the gun. Excuse me.
White knuckling the steering wheel, and she'll turn and crank down the window a little bit.
Excuse me, it works on a button, and for the driver's side, you only need to press it once. Thank you very much. This is a 2019.
I thought this was
Don't
the
come for me
economy
like that.
model. Forgive me. Everything about you leads me to believe that
Except
this
for
is a
his love of
crank
his
window.
car.
Look, this is a nice Accord, okay?
He sprung for the EX version.
He just, I'm gonna need you to get out of my seat, please.
No.
Okay, I'm going to need you to get out of my seat now.
No. We need to go. You need to get in. Take a look at Janet. Just help her. She's screaming so much.
Do you know how to drive a manual?
Yes, I know how to drive a manual.
Your truck doesn't look like you know how to drive a manual.
That's a Jeep. They handle like shit. Give me your
And
keys.
I'm the only one insured for this Accord. I didn't opt for other drivers' insurance.
Does he have a tie on?
He's dressed like this, like his undershirt is on and his button up is just like he's unbuttoned.
Cool, great. I'll reach out of the window, grab him by the collar, and then pull him so he's flush against the side of the car.
I don't think you were able to roll the window down.
You don't think I was able to roll the window down?
The keys aren't in the car.
Yeah,
It's
that's
powered.
right. It's powered down. You have to open it. That open the door.
Okay, cool. Then I would crack it and do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's important. You know, he made a point to say that he had power windows.
Miss
Give me the keys right now.
Shaw, I am letting you know that I have set my boundaries and you have crossed them. Anything that happens after this is your own fault and you have to pay for the consequences of your actions. I am setting my boundaries and these are my boundaries.
I will, in one swift motion, swing open the car door, and get out to turn him against the actual car itself, like the passenger side in the back, or the back of the car rather, and brace him like right here.
Okay.
Give me
This-
the keys.
Well, this is going to be contested roll.
That's fine. This is the thing
so-
I'm good at.
So both of you roll me brawl. Maxwell, to answer your question, the car was still running when you got to it.
21.
It had crashed into the side of the building, but it was still like running. You're muted.
Okay.
20.
So,
Oh, sorry.
no, go
We'll
ahead.
come back. We'll come back to the brawl in just a moment.
Cool,
All
cool.
Okay, yeah. With keys in hand, I'm gonna close the trunk. I'm gonna go around to the driver's side. I'm sorry, White. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna pull him out. No, Clyde. Clyde took off his utility belt, right?
Yeah.
I am currently wearing it.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get into the driver's seat and
As he gets into the driver's seat, I would like to stop him from shutting the door if he's trying to do that. Just a quick powwow. Hey, look, I know this is a hard time, and I'm assuming that you know this individual, and that's why you're so upset about the things that have happened. But I need you to focus on the situation at hand, because you are the only one here who has the training to get us or to keep us alive. And right now, you are putting a lot of people at risk.
then don't get in the car. And I'm gonna
Then give
just-
me one of the guns. You want me to
there's
not
a
bother you
National Guard
anymore?
outpost.
Give me
3
one of
blocks
the
from here.
shotguns. Are you really going to be able to live with this on your conscience if we all die because you decide to take off with all of the guns and all of the means of protection? Not me. Don't even think about me. Those civilians over there. What does your badge say?
How's my smile?
I'm gonna hand him the loaded shotgun.
Cool. Can I get some shells out of the trunk real quick? Just real fast.
We all officially have a problem now.
National Guard outpost.
All right. Do what you got to do. And I'll
Close
let
the
it go
door.
of the door and walk away.
Thor and the rest of the cosplayers are going to run to the police vehicle at this point. You did disengage the child safety locks, prisoner safety locks. I don't know what they call them.
Yep.
They're going to pile into the police cruiser with you.
And I am walking towards the Corolla.
Okay. And as you turn to walk towards the Corolla, Quinn pushes out of the vehicle. And
21 on my brawl.
how many successes?
That's one.
Ms. Quinn?
I rolled a 3, which is 4 degrees of success.
She does what she said she'd do.
He's just posted up and he goes, Quinn,
Give me.
I
the
am
keys.
Miss Strong. I am telling you that if you go any further, I will have to retaliate and it will be unpleasant for you. I am telling you now, this is my boundary and you are crossing it.
I won't ask again. Give me the keys.
I am going to take a very deep breath and I would like to pepper spray Miss Strong.
The instant he moves, he's gonna get an elbow right to the face.
I'll take it. I'll take that trade.
Oh, man. You guys.
You guys thought this was gonna be about a game about fighting zombies. Boy, were you wrong!
Can't let her drive. She's not under the insurance.
Yes. Okay. So, Clyde, roll me. Oh man. So you're gonna roll 2 of the depletion dice, whatever color you've chosen for that,
Okay.
and we're gonna go with a firearms pistol roll.
Okay.
Quinn, you can roll me dodge as he moves to throw spray in your face.
I don't care
and-
if I get sprayed, I just want to hit him in the process.
Okay, I mean that's
I'm not really
going-
trying to dodge anything.
Okay, well you don't need to roll to see if you hit him because he's right there.
All right. So I rolled for my 2 depletion dice. I rolled a 3 and a 3, and for my firearm pistol, I rolled a 22 and I have 42. So that's 2 degrees of success.
Okay. Whoops. My screen's freaking out. Both of you roll me a speed dice real quick.
Okie dokie. I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 5.
So I am gonna make you roll for that brawl now. But roll 2 black dice, 2 difficulty dice with it, because targets you are blinded right now with the pepper spray, and you will take a penalty die to any roll requiring 6 sight for the next little while.
Cool. So I feel like this probably isn't good. I rolled 2 6s on my penalty dice. Yeah,
Ugh.
and I had 2 degrees of success on my brawl roll.
Add the 12 to your thing, your percentile.
Okay, that is 1 degree of success.
Okay.
Do I get a dodge by chance?
Yeah, roll me a dodge.
No, he's right in front of me. What is he gonna dodge?
You have pepper spray in your eyes.
He's about to have my knee in his groin.
That's a 32, and my dodge is.
Or your sound is fucked.
You're turning into a robot.
You are.
Sorry. Alright, how about that? Better?
No.
Oh, sorry. Give me just 1 sec. I don't know.
Clyde is malfunctioning.
Jesus for 1 second, people. It's a little bit of a technical difficulty.
Can we get some elevator music?
Okay, we'll go with that one.
Is that any better?
It's a little better, but it's still gravelly. It's not a voice mod. It's more like a disconnection on the mic.
Alright, let's try that. Anything?
Still a little gravelly. How'd you do on the dodge? And then we'll go to Daniel real quick and give you an opportunity to.
32 on the dodge, and my dodge is 43.
1 degree of success.
Yeah, she clocks you. It's almost, instead of like a calculated like bah, it's more of a wild flail, and she catches you in the side of the head. And you sort of, this is just a very frustrating cluster right here by your Honda Accord. Daniel, you turn around after Deputy Gray gives you the shotgun, and you see this altercation happening where by all accounts, Quinn is beating up Clyde, and he maces her.
I'm gonna go over there and Quinn, you're wearing a suit, right? That's what you said you were wearing? Okay, so I'm gonna grab her by the lapel of the suit and just yank back so where she's no longer on him. I'm going to push, and then I'm going to try and like use my other hand to help him get into this car. And then I'm just gonna walk around to the
I'll take
other
a swing
seat
at
and
him
get
if
in.
He touches me.
Is this any better?
Not really.
It's still real bad.
All right. Sorry.
It's all right. Daniel, roll me dodge. Quinn, roll me brawl with the 2 penalty dice again.
God. With the penalty, that's 2 degrees of success.
So I got 1 degree of success, but I will use one of my competency points to make it perfectly even.
Cool. I'll use a competency point to uneven it.
I'll use a competency points to even it.
You know I have more of them than you, right?
But you've already
Yeah,
spent
and I'll make
2.
you
I've
use.
spent 2. I still have 5.
I thought we started with 3, and then they started with 5.
Did we start with 5?
That's what I said this week, but I can't remember what I said last week. So what did I say last week?
I think last week it was we started with 5 and they started with 8.
I know that Quinn and Clyde have more.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I fixed it.
You
Yay!
did.
You sound better.
Woo! Sorry about that, y'all.
That's all right. Okay. You guys are going to burn all your competency points trying to hit each other here and dodge out of the way.
He's assaulting me and he's going to leave me for dead, so yes.
I am not assaulting. All I am doing is pulling you off of the man. That's it. That's all I did was just pull you away and then help him get back into his car.
You're not addressing the more important part of my accusation.
Get up and get in the car.
I can't see!
I don't know that. I didn't see you get pepper sprayed. I just see you attacking him.
You did see me get pepper sprayed.
You did.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Then I will I'd still probably just leave her. That's what Daniel would do. Yeah, so I'm going to leave her. But you don't know it's me. You can't see. For all you know, it's the officer that's trying to stop you from
You
assaulting
kinda
somebody.
smell, I can tell.
Whoa! I am very clean.
You've
Thank
been
you.
to a convention, friend. You know what it's like at the end of the day on the floor.
All right, that's fair.
But yeah, I guess I will just sort of rub at my eyes.
Did Daniel get in the car?
Yeah, I mean, how did the brawl end?
She caught you in the
Okay.
chin.
Okay.
But we're not doing
Just-
aggravated. I mean, yeah. Roll a damage dice, Quinn.
Ooh.
What's your damage threshold, Daniel?
damage threshold is other side. No, this side. Oh, did I not? Wait, where's the damage threshold? Oh, there it is. It's
Top right.
6. Yeah.
Okay. It hurts, but you don't. She doesn't lay you out.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm just gonna get in the car.
I will roll down. I will not all the way, but just a bit, so my voice can be heard. I'm not gonna kill you, but that doesn't mean I have to save you. And then he just no, I'm just kidding. He does. Well, he does put his foot on the accelerator, but he stops. Look, if we're going to survive, we all need to work together. And I am the only one on the assurance of this accord. So can we all agree to work together? Please?
I mean, I'm already sitting in your passenger seat. I'm just like, yeah, good.
He's
Working with you.
yelling outside like a Quinn too.
Which vehicle has Janet in it? And I'm assuming she's still screaming.
I forgot about Janet.
And she's in our car.
Yeah, they laid her in the back seat and left her and went to the police officer's car.
If I can hear her screaming, is it reasonable to assume that I can probably maybe locate the back seat?
Yeah, you can see the car. Like you're taking a penalty to things for spotting, but like you can see the car through your tears and everything.
I will get in the back seat.
Oh, the back seat is locked. He's not letting you in until you agree. Can we work together? You're all taking my accord for granted.
If the door's not unlocked, I'm gonna go to the other vehicle.
Sheriff Gray, what have you been doing? Deputy Gray, what have you been doing during this altercation?
Okay, so they all just ran up and got into the back of the car.
Well, 3 at one. Thor got in the front seat, and then 3 of them got in the back of the car. Go, man! Come on! There's gonna be more of them. We just made a lot of noise.
What? What are you doing?
I don't know. Everything's going insane. You just shot a dude. I don't know. Come on, just go. And they're banging on the cage. Let's just go. Let's get out of here. Whatever. I don't know where you're going. You said the hospital. Let's go to the hospital.
I'm going to look out the window towards the other vehicle. What point in the altercation am I catching here?
Quinn has just pushed Clyde up against the car. And as you turn to watch, she punches Clyde as he pepper sprays her. And then Daniel grabs her, like you're seeing all of this kind of play out.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. I'm going to turn around. We're going to the hospital, and if you're coming with me, you need to listen to every word of everything I say.
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, whatever. You got the guns.
All right. I'm going to pull it out and start driving.
You're leaving Quinn and the the Accord as is?
Well, I assume at the point that I start driving is when they're all in the car and she's outside of the car.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to pull up. I'm going to see what's happening. I'll roll down the passenger window. Get in.
I get in.
It's a tight fit with Scarlet Witch and
No, I got
formerly
on board.
Thanos. Oh,
Officer, can I ask you one question, if I may? You're going to the hospital. Why did you leave the wounded woman with me? I don't know that I want to go to the hospital. And it's kind of your job to protect people.
Oh, don't go down that route. He does not like that route.
Did Quinn get into the back?
she got into the passenger seat where Thor Lebowski is sitting.
Oh, he straight up got into the passenger seat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's 4 of them total. There's Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, formerly Thanos, and Lebowski Thor with his paper mache hammer. He did a good job on the hammer, though. It's a good prop.
Whatever. I'm going to tell everybody to buckle up. I'm going to look at
Clyde.
Clyde.
It's
Clarence.
perfectly appropriately, though.
Carl.
Clyde!
Carl.
Is anyone against to going to the hospital? Of course not. If she's going to come with me, she needs to hurry up.
I mean, you all were driving in the car that got her wounded. I don't think rushing her is appropriate. Janet, did you want to go? Did you want to go with the officer?
Oh,
To
God,
the somebody hospital? just
help me.
Okay,
She does. She definitely wants to go with
let me
with
just
the
get-
officer.
let me- Can you give me like a good 10 minutes, officer? She's really wounded here.
We gotta like move her, and that's gonna be hard.
Across the street at the Pi Kappa Phi fraternity, the doors suddenly burst open, and 3 young college men in fraternity sweaters come running out, chased by 6 more in fraternity sweaters that show recent signs of bloodiness.
Drive,
For
drive, drive,
fuck's
drive, Clyde,
sake.
drive, Clyde. Go. Screw it. We'll dump her somewhere else. It's fine. Let's go.
We're not dumping anybody. What are you talking about, Daniel? We take care of
Fine.
each
We'll
other.
let her bleed to death in the backseat of the car and then kill her when she turns into a zombie. Either way, drive the damn car.
All right, officer, we're gonna follow you to the hospital.
I'm going to punch the gas.
Which direction are you driving?
East?
Okay, on Northwest Harrison towards Kings Boulevard.
Yeah.
Okay. Quinn, do you have anything to say currently sitting in the passenger seat after being pepper sprayed by that accountant?
She's not saying anything, but you can see that she still has her fists clenched very tightly. And she's actually going to shrug off her blazer. And what you see underneath is very muscular and trained arms. Just foreboding, if you will.
I mean, that shake weight in the trunk is just for show, you know. Carl, Clyde's got some,
Did you just forget your own name?
Yeah, you guys have been calling me so many different other names.
You're welcome.
Meanwhile, Daniel is straight up string bean.
Is straight up what?
String bean. Like,
Oh, string bean.
there's very little muscle mass.
I'm going to
If any.
break him over my knee.
You're gonna then pay that 3%. So let's we start driving to the hospital, I guess.
As you tear off down the road, you see the frat boys get overwhelmed on the yard off to your left. as 6 pile on 3 and immediately begin tearing chunks of flesh out.
Fuck.
Is there anything in my med kit for pain?
It's Tylenol. There's no narcotics or anything like that. This is a pretty basic first aid kit.
I am gonna pass Janet some of the ibuprofen as I'm driving. It's like, here.
No, I'm gonna pass Janet some of the ibuprofen while you're driving.
Grind
Thank
up
you.
some Tums and just rub it into the wound.
Ooh, there you go. There you go.
It's gonna be our solution to all injuries. This
Just
game is just gonna be
Tums.
Tums.
I would
Sponsor us.
like to take Northwest King to go buy the National Guard and shoot that all the way up to Walnut.
Oh, we should swing off into the National Guard.
My intention is to swing by that.
Okay. As you pass the Grace Lutheran Church off to your left, you see the parking lot is starting to fill up, and people are rushing out of their cars and running into the church. As you turn left onto Northwest Kings Boulevard and head north, you see more and more signs. You're heavily in residential area now. You've left the Monroe Avenue where all of the restaurants and everything were. This is a large, a 4-lane road. This is a major road that cuts through here. And people are speeding off in different directions. You don't see any dead attacking right here in this area. But as you get closer, you see the Fred Meyer, the grocery store off to your right. And you see that is just packed. Somebody has driven their vehicle through the front door. People are coming out with armloads of canned goods and bags of beans. There's one woman pushing a shopping cart out with an entire cart full of toilet paper as she rushes back towards her car. You pass a 7-Eleven on your left, same sort of thing, just people running out. But at the 7-Eleven, as you pass it, you see a man carrying an armful of chips as he looks back over his side, and somebody wearing a 7-Eleven vest tackles him and immediately starts chowing down on his face. You pass a gas station on your left, and I want both of you to roll me a pilot check, both of the drivers. This is going to be pilot for vehicle.
1 degree of success.
Okay.
Right, like if it's within 10, that's 1 degree.
Yeah. So
okay.
If it's below your target thing, you minimally get 1 success. So 0 to 10 is 1, versus going up 0 to 10 above is not 1.
Because I succeeded by 1 point.
Okay. 1 success. Clyde, how you doing in the Honda?
That is going to be 2 degrees of success for me. That's a 21.
As you all pass the gas station on your left, a car comes screaming out with the gas tank, or like the nozzle still in their vehicle, and you see gas spraying out of the gas station off to your left where they've pulled the hose off, and the emergency stop is not being hit. And you see
buckle up.
Several gas station attendants in the parking lot having a feast, as it were, on someone. You continue north on Northwest Kings Boulevard, and you see off to your right Matt's cavalcade of comics, cards, and games. And prominently displayed on the front window of Matt's cavalcade comics and cards is a large sign advertising for Die Hard Dice, the best dice in the gaming industry. And it says, if you were to put something in chat right now that would be exclamation point.
You got to give me a better build up, man. I don't have the window open or anything. It is going to be exclamation point DHD.
DHD in chat to be entered to win a set of Die Hard dice from the best dice in the industry. As Matt's cavalcade of comics, cards, and games so thoroughly advertises. We love them. And then you keep going, and Animal Crackers Pet Supply is off to your right, and you see a woman out front wielding a shotgun as a man charges at her, and she lays him down right there in the parking lot. Boom. And then she goes back in and slams the door and locks it, thoroughly guarding all of the pets in the pet supply store. Ahead, you know that you're approaching the Army National Guard Armory, Deputy Gray. And you see off to your left, as you come up Kings Boulevard, there's actually a barricade set up around the armory. So the armory is a single building. It's one long building connected to a smaller building, and there's a parking lot. Inside the parking lot that has razor wire around it and a guard station, you do see several Humvees. You see sandbags laid out, and you see guardsmen in uniform, in force, with machine guns. And you see several citizens running towards the gate, and they're waving them in, bringing them in, and then laying down fire on the zombies that were behind them.
Okay, good. Are there many behind? Like, is there a horde of them, or did they take out stragglers?
They just took out a few stragglers. Yeah, it's a pretty clear shot.
I'm gonna flip on the sirens. Not like I'm gonna do the whoop whoop thing. Flash the lights real quick. Stop in front. Everybody out. I'm gonna get out of the vehicle. Deputy Sheriff Maxwell Gray. These citizens all need safety.
Get in here. What are you doing? Get in here. Come on.
I suggest all of you get in there now.
Can we drive through, or do they have to get out?
It's not a drive-through situation. This is a single brick building that a barricade and sandbags have been placed around it in the perimeter. You see that the fenced-in area, you'll have to hop on the curb and drive by to get there efficiently, Deputy Gray, or take Lincoln Avenue, I guess, and across the field there.
Okay.
First, do you follow him, Clyde?
Yeah. As soon as I see that there's a place for safety, he's gonna be like, help me get Janet. Help me get Janet to them. Maybe they can give her medical attention.
Okay, but I would just like to go on record and say I don't think it's a good idea for us to stay here. We've seen how these places end in those movies.
Yeah.
We can drop her off. She's safe. Your conscience will be clear, and you and I can beeline it on out of here.
Yeah, because this has all the making of a 30 Days a Night type situation.
Exactly. Yeah. Same page, Clyde. Let's do this.
So we're gonna pick up Janet to take her in.
Okay. So Maxwell, Quinn, what are you all doing? So Thor and company get out, and they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, these guys have guns, and lots of guns.
Well, if Thor shuffles out from underneath me as soon as he's out of the car, I'm just gonna close the door.
Oh, you're not going into the authority figures ahead of you?
No.
Okay.
A hospital has a helipad. That's where my company can come pick me up.
National Guard has Humvees.
Hell.
Yeah, but then I have to share it with someone. Don't be silly.
Ms. Strong, I strongly recommend that you head with the National Guard.
No. Look, okay, first of all, I think the hospital is a safer place to start out with. But second of all, I don't necessarily trust them to do much right. I mean, do you see this barricade? It looks like a 2-year-old put it together.
Actually, as you all look, this barricade could not have been set up in a couple of hours. You all know, well, Maxwell, you know, and Clyde, you know, living in this area, that this is usually like, this isn't like a military base. There's the armory, and there's the parking lot. The parking lot has Humvees in it, so it's always, it's got a 8-foot fence with everything. But the sandbags and the barricades and the checkpoint, this is all new. It would take some time and man hours to put this up.
Can I detect motives here?
You're not in a conversation with these folks.
Okay. Then as I bring in Janet, I'd like to see if I can strike up a quick conversation as we're heading her off.
And I would like to do the equivalent of perception check.
Spot listen.
Spot listen, thank you. Just to make sure it's not danger. No danger noodles anywhere nearby.
Okay. Quinn, Maxwell. You're slamming the door, you're sitting in the car, Quinn? Yeah. Okay. Maxwell.
After our little conversation, I'm gonna give her that look like this is your last chance, and then sorry, what is their vehicle doing?
They're attempting to wrestle the screaming Janet out of the back seat of the car without hurting her more.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that they are in safety, and I'm gonna whip it around off of the grass on Lincoln and head back north. That is my intention.
Okay. Nobody's gonna stop you. Clyde and Daniel, they motion you around to the gated area where they have a checkpoint, and they're immediately going to start checking you all. Are you bit? Are you injured?
I'm not bit. She's injured. It's looking like it looks as though she's broken some bones and there may be some internal damage. Do you have a capable medical station? Anybody that's capable of taking care of her?
We've got a first aid station set up inside, but we can't handle this. Bring her inside.
What is this place exactly? Oh, I don't remember this being here.
It's the National Guard Armory. What are you talking about? Get in here.
Okay. I'm gonna get in. If you can't take care of her here, I can take her to the hospital.
Did you enter?
He's being slow about it and kind of blaming her.
He's entering, and I'm using Janet to keep him from entering.
Yeah,
I'm not entering.
Okay.
Please
roll me your spot hidden, and roll me your. Did you want to do detect motive?
Yeah.
Okay.
My spot listen was 88, so that is several degrees of failure. My dice are back, guys. No worries.
Well, good thing that we're not sharing this pool this time. I'm just going to use one of my competency dice to re-roll because I rolled a 58. That's what I'm talking about. That is going to be 3 degrees of success as I rolled a 3 and my detect motives is 34.
Dude is just following out some duty. He's trying to take care of Janet at this point. He's like, come on, we've got an aid station set up. We've got some hot meals that we're going. Just get inside so that we can close the freaking gates, guys.
Wait. If you close the gates, can we not leave?
You can leave if you want to. You want to go back out there? Get inside.
We'll I'm not gonna stay here. This isn't you say safe. I say fish in a barrel. That's what I say.
I'm gonna hand off Janet to him.
And I'm gonna do the same. He does. He's my caretaker. It's a whole thing.
The term is life partner.
please take care of her. She's already had some ibuprofen. That's the only thing that I know that's in her system. All right. And he's gonna head back to
Good
the
luck.
Accord.
All right.
It is.
They take Janet, look at you incredulously, and then slam the gate and stack the barricade back up.
I'm going to crank on the mayor, that John Mayer, and I'm gonna whip it around. And I know where the hospital is, so I know that that's where they're going, so I'm gonna work to catch up.
Why are we going to the hospital?
Because we need to see them off safely.
Okay, I would like to point out he is a police officer, and he was very mean to you.
Yes, he clearly doesn't know what's going on right now, and we do. So it's kind of our responsibility. I know that you read Spider-Man, so I don't even have to say it.
It's rude that you would bring that up.
Yeah, well, with
I'm
great
more
power
of a Venom and Carnage man myself,
comes great
so
well, what about Venom's run as a hero? He took to the credo that power and responsibility are one and the same as well.
I will see this through one time. If this does not go the way that we want it to, I want you to know we are changing our tactics to survive.
I agree with adaptation and improvisation when it's necessary, so I will go along with you. Just understand that I have boundaries and that I will defend them as necessary.
That's understandable. I just need you to be willing to compromise.
And plus, I still need to see to it that Mrs. Strong pays that 3%. Kind of personal now. She struck me in more than just my face, and you like see one tear come down his eye. It kind of hurt my feelings. I thought we were friends.
Hey. I put my hand on his shoulder. It's okay. She struck me too. She's just a very violent person.
Just I'm gonna blame it on the stress. We're all stressed out and we're all doing things that we don't mean, but I thought we had a little bit of a working partnership, and then she hit. It's okay.
Clyde, you make me want to be a better person.
What's going on in the other car as you all peel away from the National Guard depot armory?
So we're driving north.
Sheriff, do you know what's happening?
Deputy. And no, I don't.
Deputy. I pride myself on being very aware and prepared, but I can't. None of this was in the plans. What do we do?
I'm heading to the hospital to get my wife. And that's it. After that, I don't know. Back to the National Guard outpost?
That's a surefire way to get yourself killed. Look.
Strange.
The one thing I do know for certain, I don't know about zombies like the other two kids were talking about. I don't know about Thor and Super. I don't know about any of that. But what I do know is that though one person might be stupid, a group of them is way worse. You don't want to be surrounded by that.
I am already relieved that they're all not in the vehicle anymore. I don't know. Somebody knew this was going to happen. That outpost. It was not that barricaded that long ago.
What are you saying? They were prepared?
Seems like it.
That would mean that they didn't announce it. They didn't give the public a chance to respond. They didn't.
I don't know. I don't know.
I need to get in touch with my company. I need to. I can get us out of here. I just have to talk to someone.
How?
I'm accustomed to private cars and private jets. I assume your hospital has a helipad of some kind, right?
Yes.
We have everything on call.
And how are you going to call them?
That's what I need your help with. There's got to be some way, some radio tower that isn't down, something that doesn't require a cell phone number.
Okay.
You have a radio in the car.
Yeah, but I don't know how to use a CB radio.
Do you know what channel they're on? The frequency?
No, I don't. I'm sure I can find out. I just need time and some resources, and I'll get us out of here.
Well, we've got a working radio in this car, more powerful than the one that I'm carrying, but you think it over. We'll see about that next.
Okay. Also, that little fucker maced me.
Yeah, I saw you two got in a bit of a scuffle. You all right?
Well, I'm sure my makeup's ruined, but that's assault, right? I don't know why you're laughing.
Yeah, I'll remember to write him a ticket when we all get out of this. Squeaky clean.
I mean, if you don't care, I'm just gonna kick his ass.
You seem more than capable.
I know you have a lot of guns. I have a strange request. Have you confiscated any brass knuckles or anything like that lately? I'm not real good with firearms, but
No. I mean, I've got this. I'm gonna hand her a utility tool that's got a knife on it and wrench and all that, pliers.
I'll kind of again do the thing that women are taught to do with their keys and make it so that various screwdriver bits and all kinds of stuff are sticking out from between my knuckles and just kind of center myself.
You all are heading north on Kings Boulevard. You pass a Winco as you turn right onto Walnut. You're still following Clyde in your the Honda Accord?
Yeah, in the Honda Accord, 10-2 doing the limit, checking both sides of the street before we cross.
Does
Down
the Honda Accord have a name? I feel like you're the type of person that would name your car.
I mean, how dare you? How dare you? But the name is Sylvia.
You have a wife out there, right, Clyde? An estranged wife. Are you thinking of her at all during this?
I do. I am. Every now and then in between Mayor songs, I may hit the button on the steering wheel that's dedicated to sending her a call. Only to get the phones aren't working message, I'm assuming. Yeah. But other than that, maybe he doesn't text and drive, but his 2019 Honda Accord does have CarPlay in it, so he is able to use Siri to send text messages. Standard feature. So he'll just send one every now and then, sponsor us.
I was gonna say, that they haven't given us any money for this show, right?
Honda.
I want to be the only actual place sponsored by a car dealer.
I'll write them an email this week. I'll see what they say. I'm gonna clip this and send it to them.
That'd be amazing.
We all get a Honda Accord, a 2019 Honda Accord.
Now we'll really survive the apocalypse.
Thanks,
The
Honda.
The car of the apocalypse.
The car of the apocalypse.
Christ.
Survive on your own accord.
Oh.
Oh.
So good.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
Send me the checks.
Trademark that.
Noir isn't going to be on the show next week, guys. I'm sorry.
He's gonna get that
Yeah.
Honda money.
He got a new job as the new Honda spokesperson and commercial guy.
Marketing
God.
VP.
he becomes like from Community. He becomes a
A
his
living
name is Honda.
representation of Honda.
Yeah. Anyway.
They start making me put it in all my TTRPG games.
Yeah, you've got to incorporate Hondas into everything.
You gotta do Eberron then. What do you call this contraption?
Ye old
I call it
Honda.
Honda Accord.
This Warforged is the Honda Santa Fe. Okay.
You all come around the corner of Walnut Boulevard, and the Winco Foods, much the same as the previous grocery store the Fred Meyer that you passed previously. There are people coming out with armloads of groceries. You actually see two oh god, what's the large SUV? The Honda SUV. I was gonna say Escalades, but let's stick with this Honda trope. You see two blacked out Hondas roll up to the front, and several hunters get out. You can tell they are hunters because they are wearing camo and carrying hunting rifles. And they move in these, like, those combat maneuvers where they've never been trained, but they've watched a lot of movies. So they all pile out of their Honda CRVs, and they post up, and 3 or 4 of them run inside, while the rest are posted up around their getaway vehicles, their Honda Pilots and CRVs there. And suddenly gunfire opens up, and people are running as you all run around this corner. You don't actually see any undead, but somebody got spooked, and gunfire is now going off, and the men surrounding the Honda are now shooting off in random directions, and things are devolving quickly.
This is in front of the Winco?
That's correct.
None for me, thanks.
Yeah, I'm ducked down at this point, trying not to get shot.
Yeah, I'd imagine that we've been following them from a distance, so as soon as I see that, I kind of like,
Are you breaking the speed limit, Clyde?
oh, I'm sorry. There's no scurrying sound when I stop, because I slowly stop, so it's more like a gentle.
Oh, you're stopping in front of the Winco.
If we were gonna hit reverse, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you guys are still on the road. You're seeing this off to the right.
Oh,
this is
okay.
happening
Okay.
in the parking lot off to your right.
Oh,
here,
okay.
as you turn around
Then
the
we're
corner.
just gonna.
It's a
we're
couple
just gonna-
hundred feet, few yards.
Yeah, across the
okay.
parking lot, and you see
Okay.
people firing their gun. Like, you see some random people just in their car, like shooting over or crouched down beside the car, just shooting, as things are going off the rails.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that and just keep driving. We're just
You
gonna-
pass down Walnut and hang a left, and as you get closer to the hospital ahead, you're heading north on Satinwood Street, that leads directly to the hospital. The fire, by the way, is still burning off to your right, on the far side of the river where the plane crashed previously. And as you get closer to the hospital, you see a wrecked ambulance up against a light pole with the requisite twitching body bag in the back with the doors open, and all signs point to not good things. There is a large crowd of people surrounding the hospital, The parking lot is full as people are fighting to get in. You see people holding loved ones or carrying injured individuals. Some of them are bloody, some of them are unconscious. But either way, there is a large crowd of people. And up ahead near the front doors, you see an older gentleman holding what looks to be, a 18, 17-year-old son. And suddenly the son starts twitching and then lunges at the older gentleman holding him, and the crowd erupts in screams as people start trying to pull away. And that is where we are going to stop for the evening. Sorry, we have to stop a little early because you guys bypassed all of the content I wrote for tonight.
Look, if you want this to be realistic, we're not going to stop to help people.
Stop thinking we're going to do that. Because this kid, I'm not helping him. I'm not helping his mom.
I'm going to ask Maxwell where the morgue entrance is, and that's how we're getting into the hospital.
We will
I'm going to suggest Clyde.
We're going to figure that out.
We'll figure all that out next week when we resume this party of misfits. Thank you all so much. There is still a raffle on for just a few more moments. We're going to be closing that out. ! DHD to see if you win a brand new set of dice from Die Hard Dice. As we're winding that down, let's do outros here. We'll talk with Noir first. Hello, sir. Who are you? Where can folks find you when you're not being Clyde the accountant?
Hello, everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok as the Noir Enigma. I'm trying to have a fright night for every day of the week where I play Resident Evil Village. And we cap the night off with reading one randomly selected fanfic. The fandom is the audience's choice. I just started getting into fanfics. I read one about Lil Wayne, and that's in my brain now, and I can't do anything about it. You can also find me on Wednesdays over on Chromatic Chimera, where I play in Woven Realm, which is their 13th age game. And on Saturday mornings, you can find me over on Critical Misses, where I host the morning show Morning Ritual. This week, our guest is going to be Momo O'Brien, so please check that out. It's going to be a good time. And on Monday nights, you can find me over on Critical Misses again, where I am GMing the Roll20 Spotlighted game, Kingsguard, which is a 5th edition game that takes place in my homebrew campaign setting of Gloria, which I've been running for the past 20 years. So please give that a look. But that's me.
Diana, who you are, where can people find you?
Oh boy, everybody. I'm Diana. I wish I weren't doing this after Noir because he has such cool stuff going on all the time. So you can find me here Tuesday and Thursday mornings for Justice and I for our morning show But What If, where we talk about cool Kickstarters going on in tabletop, some neat tabletop news, and then we always discuss a survival scenario. Some of them are silly, some of them are realistic. Today we talked about melee weapons and zombies. Tuesdays, of course, I'm here. I'm taking a little hiatus from our Monday Rime of the Frostmaiden game so I can prep for some big things that are coming down the line. But Wednesdays, I'm over on Like 7 Spoons channel for some more... thank you, Mike. For some more D&D. Thursdays, we're doing every other week for Iron, Dust, and Blood. That might change soon. Who knows? Lots of adventures. Friday, you can catch me over on Q Times for our Mage game. I'm going to put Mage in air quotes, though, because I'm not really sure that's what we're playing. And yeah, I'll be on Critical Misses week after this, so that's a cool thing.
Woo-woo.
But yeah, just follow me on Twitter at Demiko Diana. That's where you can see everything that I do. I do a lot of panels right now too, so there's that stuff. So
Don't you have your badass birthday stream coming up too?
Yes, on the 29th of May, Justice is going to lead Cynthia Marie, B. Dave Walters, Mason Dula, Emily, and myself through a Disney-inspired but completely IP-compliant all-villain one-shot benefiting the Wawa Rape Crisis Center.
What are you talking about? That's badass. I wish I was doing that.
Thank you for reminding me about the cool thing I'm doing and forgot about.
No, I got you.
And Lord Fancy, who you are, where can people find you?
Yes, I'm Lord Fancy. I can be found as such on all the things _IE typically. Wednesday nights, so tomorrow, we do Fancy's Fables, and we are going to have episode 5 of the Sunless Citadel. Should be wrapping up that little dungeon and heading back to Waterdeep. So if you want to see how that ends, get on over there. If you have missed any episodes, you can catch up on the recently crafted YouTube page for my D&D and everything else, Twitch clips, etc. You can find that on YouTube under Fancy's Frolics. Can I post a link?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll post that in there in a moment. And next Monday, I will be with Adufrane99, Amanda, as we bring back Monday Night Spooks.
Ooh.
So that'll be a good spooky time. And yeah, every other Thursday, Iron, Dust, and Blood with Diana and Justice, wonderful people, including Emily and Mason. And I think that's all the shows I'm in right now.
And last but certainly not least, Alexander.
Hi, I've been Alexander or Daniel Smith. You can find me on Instagram at Alexander_Eccles. And you can also hear me reading you stories on Audible. Just look for the Time Chronicles series. I would start, if I was you, with book 1, but do whatever you want. It's time square.
So you can kind of arrange them however you want, right?
However you feel. I mean, you may be a little lost, but yeah, it's fine. Hopefully, I will be doing more streaming stuff towards the end of June. But as of right now, this is the only streaming I'm doing because I have other plans in the works.
Bum, bum, bum. And I have been your game master for this evening. You can find me on all the socials at Stashmandu. I do not have a TikToks. I have an Instagrams and a Twitters. And I don't know that I am ready to make the leap into TikToks. It's just a scary, strange world out there, full of weird videos of those damn millennials.
I can tell you weird. Once you started, it's hard to stop because it's so stupid.
Once you talk, the fun don't stop.
See if you can't. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I had one good line, and that was the Accord thing, and that's it. I'm done.
It's good. It was good. Yes, you can find me on all the places that Diana mentioned. Streaming someplace most times. I'm real bad at social media, but I'm trying to get better. Remember to support this wonderful cast. If you enjoy what you see and watch on this show, go give them a follow, find them on their social media, likes, follows, shares. Those are all free ways that you can help and support these wonderful artists, finding their YouTube videos, subscribing, putting their videos on in the background while you're doing something else is just a great way to support. Click that little bell so that you know when new content has gone up. But if you do want to give monetary donations, we have a Ko-Fi coffee thing set up, and all the proceeds from that go directly to our cast. And like for our Iron, Dust, and Blood, we'll be doing some t-shirts and stuff in the near future to help support them. If this continues to work and everybody enjoys this show, then we will be doing the same thing for this show. As we find we've got some good ideas. Invoice, don't touch my invoice. We'll figure out some stuff. If you're just joining us tonight for the first time, go back to YouTube and check out the video, the past episodes of this, and see where we've come from so far with this disaster group of survivors that definitely will win the zombie apocalypse. Diana, have we? Hey, we just closed it. Congratulations, Montco.
Montco, send us a message either in Discord or over here, and we'll get some Die Hard dice sent out to you.
Congratulations. Die Hard
let me know
make-
what your
make
favorite
wonderful
colors
dice.
are too, because I do take that into account when I'm sending things out.
Yeah, send Bard and Barbarian a message on Twitch, or come find us. Better yet, come find us on Discord and send us a message. One of us a message over there, and we will get you taken care of. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Die Hard make wonderful dice, and they are helping us make this Twitch stream a reality. In fact, all of our players tonight are using Die Hard dice because they're awesome. But thank you all so much. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to go raid Josh Simons, it looks like. They're playing, what do they do tonight? D&D?
I don't know. I just know
Stick
that he's
around.
a sweet bean and he deserves our support.
Yeah, and you should stick around and tell him that he's awesome. So, all right.
it.
Thank you all so much.
Do what you want. We love you guys. Good night.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.